Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Handmade by Caro. I'm Handmade by Caro Experience on all my socials, Instagram and TikTok. So yeah, today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a maxi fringe skirt for a plus size. For the materials, I'm going to be using a 3.0 millimeter hook, a measuring tape, and robin yarn, which is 100% acrylic, plus a pair of scissors. So let's dive into the tutorial. First and foremost, you're going to make a slip knot. Yes, that's how I make mine. And you're going to make a chain. That's enough for you should have measured your client's hip size. So let me go ahead and make a chain, then I'm going to get back to you when I have a chain that is enough for my client's hip size. Yes, this is 42 inches. So I went ahead and made a chain running to 42 inches. Mind you, this is a plus size skirt. 41, 42. Yes, here we are. So right now I'm going to join my project. Make sure your project is not twisted. This is where I stopped, but I want to join my project and we get to the third step. No, to the second step, my dear. So you're going to come to this last chain stitch where you started from, come where you stopped and make a slip stitch. After making a slip stitch, you're going to make a chain of 3. 1, 2 and 3. We have joined our project, and after that you're going to go ahead placing 1 double crochet in each of the chain stitches. If you don't know how to make a double crochet is yarn over, get into the stitch, pull through, yarn over, pull through once, yarn over, pull through all. That's a double crochet. Yeah, so go ahead making placing 1 double crochet in each chain stitch. Yes, this tutorial is very beginner friendly. It's not so detailed. Yeah, so if you're a beginner, don't hesitate to learn how to make this. Yes, and it's a very fast tutorial, so just keep watching. You're going to go ahead placing 1 double crochet in each of the chain stitches, and I'm going to meet you at the beginning of this project. Yes, well, so I got done with placing 1 double crochet in each of the chain 1 stitches. So right now here we are, and we are going to join our project. Just make sure that your project is not twisted. Yes, here we are. So after joining your project, you're going to make a chain of 3. 1, 2, 3. The chain 3 acts as your very first double crochet, and after that turn your work. After turning your work, you're going to go into the next. You're going to start doing a front and back post. We are working on the waist before we build the body of our skirt. Yeah, so you're going to do a front and back post. Yep. You make a double crochet by going under 1 double crochet. For the next stitch, you make a double crochet by coming on top of the next double crochet. Yeah, so this is what I call a front and back post. Yes, I don't know if I'm so quick. You yarn over, go under this double crochet and complete your double crochet. That is 1. For the next double crochet, just come on top of this double crochet. I think you can see how my work is forming. This is what I've come up with. Yes, so you're going to go ahead and do this for this row. For this row, we are only doing this front and back, and I'm going to meet you at my starting point. Then we see. Yeah, so guys, I got done with my first row of the front and back post, and this is how my work turned out. So, well, as I said, it's totally optional. If you want, you can make 2 rows or 3. Yeah, it's totally optional, but I'm going to make 1 because I guess this is enough. You're going to come here, and this chain 3 that acted as our first double crochet, you're going to count 1, 2 from the bottom, and onto the third you're going to place a slip stitch. Yeah, so right now we are going to start to build the body of our mesh skirt. We're going to make a chain of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And after that you yarn over, skip 2 from the bottom, and onto the third place a double crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 2 on the bottom, onto the third place a double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, skip 2 onto the third, place a double crochet, 1, 2, 3, chain 3, skip 2, double crochet into the third. Yeah, so you're going to repeat this all the way around, and I'm going to meet you at the beginning of this row. 1, 2, 3, you're going to chain 3, skip 2, and place a double crochet into the third. Let me meet you at the beginning of this row. Well, we've gotten done with our very first row, and you're going to make a chain of 1, 2, 3, skip 1, 2 chains from the bottom, and onto the third place a single crochet, slip stitch. Okay, so yeah, this is our very first row. The second row is going to be a bit simpler. It's more of a walkover. You're going to chain 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and for this row you're just going to go on top of a double crochet with a double crochet, chain 3, get on top of a double crochet with a double crochet, chain 3, get on top of a double crochet with a double crochet. So yes, repeat row 2, and let me meet you at the starting point. This is just a chain of 3, a double crochet on top of a double crochet. And row, we are just going to do what we did for the previous row. You chain 3 and slip stitch at the topmost chain. You skip 2 chains from the bottom, and onto the third you place a single, you slip stitch. Yeah, so for the third row and the rest of the rows, it's going to be simply a repetition of the second row. Make a chain of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yarn over, go on top of a double crochet with a double crochet, chain 3, get on top of a double crochet with a double crochet, chain 3, come on top of a double crochet with a double crochet. So yeah, this is it for the mesh skirt. You're going to go ahead doing this until you have as many rows as you want. When I return, I'll show you, I'll let you know of how many rows I made, then we shall continue. Here we are. I'm done with making my fringe skirt. My mesh skirt, sorry, not fringe. Fringes are these that I've placed onto the skirt. Yeah, so I'm done with making my mesh skirt. I went ahead and made 42 rows plus the 2 we made together. That totals up to 44. So right about now, we are going to add some accessory to our skirt. I think you can see this. I've placed this onto the skirt. I went ahead and cut threads of a desired length. If you want it shorter, you can make something shorter. You can make it longer. It's totally optional. So I cut these, and I got 4 of the threads that I cut. So I want to show you how I place them onto the skirt. Now here we have these 3 spaces, 1, 2 plus 3. Yeah, so you're going to come into this slip stitch and pull through your threads that you cut. Yes, you're going to tie it up once or twice. Yeah, that is 1. Going to the next stitch just below the waist. Remember, we finished our waist by making a front and back post, so that stitch below the waist is where you're going to put your yarn. That's 1. Tie it up. Those are 2. I think you can see the effect that it's forming. So you're going to come into this space, get your fringes and pull through. Yeah, we are placing this because my client does not want the skirt to be so plain. I think you can see how it has turned out. So nice, right? Yeah, so when you come into this space, each of these boxes, each of these boxes have 1, 2 and 3. So you're going to get the fringes you've cut. I don't know how many strands you have, but with me here I have 4 strands. Yeah, so all those 4 strands, you're going to get 1 space, 1 slip stitch, one single crochet, pull through your yarn and just tie up. As simple as that. Yeah, if you have 4, don't worry, you can place those strands in those 4 spaces, but me I have 3, so I've placed in 1. I'm remaining with 2. Here I have 1, 2 plus where the double crochet is 3. Same applies to the next box. Yeah, so let me show you one more time and then we shall meet at the starting point. You're going to do this all around your skirt. I guess you can see I've gotten my 4 strands. I'm going to come in this chain 1 space, pull through my yarn and tie up. Yeah, so you're going to go ahead doing that, placing your fringes into these chain spaces. You're going to go ahead doing that. I said if you have 2 chain spaces, you don't worry whether you have 1 or 2 or 3, the format is just the same. Me on the other hand, I have 3. Yeah, so you're going to go ahead placing that. We shall work on leveling them, cutting them later. First, go ahead doing that all the way around, and when you're done, I'll show you what we are going to do onto the next level. But let me first place mine. I'm going to return and show you how my first level has turned out. Yeah, this is how my first attempt turned out. Yes, I went all the way around placing the fringes, and this is how they turned out. So let me count. I guess I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Meaning I'm going to start from the 12th, which is here. I'm trying to layer them so that they make something that looks like a Caribbean skirt. Let me get my 4 strands. Yeah, I think you can see how easy it is. This skirt is very, very beginner friendly. Yeah, so for this row and the rest of the rows until you complete your project, we are going to come into this chain 3 space I made a chain of 3, that's why I'm saying chain 3 space. If you made a chain of 2, it will be a chain 2 space. If you made 1 chain, it will be a chain space. But this space that separates or joins the 2 boxes is what I mean. So we are going to come into this space, not a slip stitch, just get into the space, attach your project and tie it up. This is 1. I'm going to place 3. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Those are 2. So let me place the 3rd one. Yeah, so this is it for the 2nd row. This was the 1st, this is the 2nd. You're going to go into the chain 3 space and tie up thrice. I tied up once, twice, and 2nd. After that, you'll skip this row, you'll skip these boxes, go into the next box, tie up 3 of these fringes, and you're going to do it all the way around. I'm so sorry, it's getting dark, my lighting has faded, that's why I'm a bit quick. And yes, don't be confused, it's supposed to be here, but since I'm illustrating, I placed it on the other row so that you may see. Yeah, but it's supposed to be here so that the fringes stop here, then the next start from here, and so on and so forth. So if these ones start from here, meaning they'll stop here. For my 3rd row, I start from here, like that, and so on and so forth. But please don't get confused. If you're a bit confused, you can rewind the video so that you can see what I did at the beginning. But trust me, it's very, very beginner friendly. So go ahead, you're going to tie up 3 times in each chain space, and yeah, when I return, I'll show you how my 2nd, as I had promised to come back and show you how my 2nd row turned out, but actually I went ahead and made 5 good rows, and yes, this is how my skirt turned out. I'm going to attach a picture of how it looks like and you will see. Yes, it's a very simple format. You count the rows that you used. If you, let me open up here. If you use, let me say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, for the next row you skip the 9th and onto the 10th you attach your strands. Yes, this is how it has been. Thank you for watching, guys.